Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. So, Leon Willings, who I had never heard of before, who came in with a 7-2 record. He's a Central Area champ, 23 years old, from Merseyside, only a kid, learning the trade. He takes Ben Whitaker the distance, the 8-round distance, and I don't think this is a case of Whitaker not wanting to get a stoppage. I think he did go for the stoppage. This was quite an interesting fight. It was eight rounds. And yeah, I mean, Whitaker won by a country mile and clearly has far more talent than young Leon Willings. But let's give this kid some credit because he came into this fight. Obviously, everyone expected him to get done in a round, maybe 2-3 rounds at the most. And on Sean McAvoy's card, he won a couple of rounds. Now, Whitaker looked like he was going to have an early night because he stormed after Willings, really fast hands. We know all about Whitaker. Very good fighter, in terms of talent. Some people love all that showboating. I don't. I find it very tedious and kind of makes me cringe. But if you like it, that's absolutely fine. Each to his own. We've all got taste, our own tastes. But when he actually stops farting around and starts throwing punches and boxing and fighting, he's got a lot of talent, this guy, and he's clearly a league or two ahead of the likes of Leon Willings. Although, as I said, Willings is only 23 years old and can have a good career of his own. He's taking this game seriously. I was interested to listen in on the corner. They were telling him stuff, very constructive, giving him constructive advice. He was listening intently, came in shape. He's already got the Central Area belt, light heavy belt on his record. All right, he slips to 7 wins with 2 KOs, two defeats, both on points. But, he's 23 years old. Give the kid a chance. As for Whitaker, who is, I think he's about 20, I want to say 26, 7, something like that. Silver medalist in the Olympics. He was trying to get Willings out of there. And in the first round, he had him on the floor. I mean, he was just so fast. And Willings looked like he might be overwhelmed. And certainly Whitaker, at various points of this fight, was really trying to get him out of there, was firing very hurtful punches. And noticeably, all that showboating, pissing around, after maybe 4 rounds, he sort of packed that in a bit. He was talking. It was quite funny, some bits of it, I must admit. He was talking to the corner as he was throwing punches and, he did his little wobble dance and all that crap. But Willings was underwhelmed. And Willings spent a lot of time on the ropes, high guard, and Whitaker was catching him with good punches, with sharp, fast, hurtful-looking punches. And Willings was probably stung a couple of times, but generally speaking, showed a very, very good jaw. And when you consider at 23, he probably hasn't got his man strength yet. That kid's got a little future. He could be a good domestic-level fighter. Maybe win an English title or something like that, British title maybe. You never know. Long way to go, but if he stays dedicated, he can get there. As far as Whitaker's concerned, I mean, he now moves to 7 wins with 5 KOs, no draws, no defeats. At 175, I mean, this was quite revealing. I wouldn't say he was exposed or anything like that, but it does beg the question, how hard does he hit? He was clipping this guy Willings with some full-blooded flush punches and wasn't really getting anywhere. And I don't know whether I didn't hear his post-fight interview, but I don't know whether he'd say, well, I was just getting the rounds in, or, I wasn't really trying to knock him out. Yeah, you were, mate. You were trying to get a highlight reel knockout. Yes, you were. Okay. And he didn't get it. So credit to Willings. Whitaker moves on. Who's he got next? I would give him another, before he starts fighting for titles, thinking of the British or something like that. Yeah. He's got some way to go before he should start fighting for major titles. And okay, I mean, he's 26. Okay, he's been an Olympian, but doesn't necessarily translate into the pro game. Yes, you've got the experience and you've got the schooling and the pedigree and so on, but the pro game is very, very different. And in fairness to Whitaker, after 8 rounds, he wasn't huffing and puffing at all. He did have, it was his pace to fight. Willings couldn't really put it on him, but he did snatch a couple of rounds, apparently. Maybe I'd have given him 1, but Sean McAvoy gave him 2, which I thought was a bit curious, but yeah, he's all right. I think Whitaker now, maybe another 8 rounder, but he needs to move to 10 10 rounds against people like this who can take him the rounds. But I don't know whether he's lacking a bit of motivation or whatever, or I don't know how he lives life. I think he probably does live okay. He lives life okay. 6'3", tall for a light heavy. Wonder about the weight. I don't know. The jury's out for me with this Whitaker. Good raw materials, good talent. Whether he can put it together against a higher tier guy remains to be seen for me. So what do you think? What is your opinion on Whitaker? Do you like him? Do you like the showboating? How far do you think he can go? Who should he fight next? You give me all that good stuff. And of course, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. You know the drill, don't you? Spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. Get all your mates over it, even the ones that don't like boxing, to subscribe, so I can make millions and millions of pounds. Ain't going to happen, is it? Didn't think it would. All right, catch you later. Bye for now.